So it's that time of the week where I talk about what happened in the Premier League over the weekend. So the weekend started, of course, at 12:30. Chelsea hosting Spurs. My team, of course, Stamford Bridge. And let's just say it didn't really go to plan. Chelsea's Olivier Giroud managed to get the opening goal quite early on in the game. Of course, put Spurs 1-0 down, and it didn't really get much better from there. Spurs didn't really create much. Lucas Moura had a chance in the first half, but didn't take it. And then literally, a minute or two into the second half, Marcos Alonso with a brilliant strike, I must admit, put Spurs 2-0 down. And I mean, we managed to get a late consolation goal. But I mean, even that was an own goal. Spurs never really looked like scoring in that game. But what can you say when you're playing without any strikers? So that win puts Chelsea back up 4 points above Spurs, which of course is not good for us. So our Champions League hopes look very, very, very slim now. Crystal Palace won, Newcastle 0. Not much to say about that, apart from Newcastle got a red card. Burnley carry on their very good season, beating Bournemouth 3-0, and a bit of VAR controversy in that game. Bournemouth scoring 2 goals, both being disallowed by VAR. The first one I thought was very, very harsh. Whether it was the shoulder or the arm, that's for a whole different conversation. But that goal was given as a handball and was disallowed. And then later on, they got another, and then Bournemouth got another goal disallowed. And then Burnley actually received a penalty at the other end, due to, once again, a very controversial handball. If it hit his shoulder, it hit his arm. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to really give my verdict on it, but it is very close. But yeah, Burnley managed to win that 3-0. Southampton 2, Villa 0. Villa carrying on, an awful run for them. Southampton scoring in the opening few minutes and the closing few minutes. And if I was a Villa fan, I would be worried. Sheffield United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. This result is good for Spurs. Sheffield United dropping more points. But are Spurs going to get Champions League? Let me know in the comment section down below. Personally, I don't think so. Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1. Despite winning this game, Man City continue their run with missing penalties. Sergio Aguero this time missing from the spot for I believe the second or third consecutive time now. So yeah, City and penalties at the moment don't really go too well, but they got the win. Gabriel Jesus managed to get that all-important goal. And yes, City got the win in the end. Manchester City 1, Leicester City 0. Wolves got a very confident 3-0 win over Norwich City. Diego Jota within the goals once again, with a very good performance in the Europa League midweek. And Norwich City, you're going down. Manchester United beat Watford at Old Trafford earlier this afternoon. Bruno Fernandes getting his first goal for his new club. Very nice, confident penalty. And Martial as well scoring. Helped Manchester United to a 3-0 win over Watford. Watford, another team in that relegation battle who could be going down as well. Arsenal 3, Everton 2. Everton going 1-0 up just inside 50 seconds. And before you know it, Arsenal are 2-1 up with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang putting them ahead. And then just before half-time, Everton managed to get a bit of a, I wouldn't say scrappy goal, but it was definitely an error by the Arsenal keeper, Burton Lennon. But then 33 seconds, I believe it was, into the second half, Arsenal managed to restore their lead. And they managed to get the 3-2 win, but fortunately for them, they're still 9th. Liverpool v West Ham tomorrow night, which of course I don't know what the result is, but I'm guessing Liverpool are absolutely going to hammer West Ham, no pun intended. And yeah, West Ham, you're going down.